makes 20.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
She
it's
started
gonna,
at 5. Oh, wow.
yeah, you guys are latecomers. 50. Oh, hold
And they're
still.
more active in the morning, earlier morning.
Yeah,
too.
yep, that tends to be the most intense time. I had 8 birds on the first run this morning. Well, 9 if you count the Merlin, who was on the first run.
Oh,
54, or 52.
Okay, who can remember 52?
52, all
Okay.
right, you guys are in charge. 52. Now this bird is kind of cool because we have seen this bird before. This one already has a band.
What kind of bird is this?
This is a Song Sparrow. And we're going to see.
It already has a band.
Are you going
It does.
to, will you have to go to some sort of internet database to establish
Well,
that? Or?
actually, no, it's probably mine. 52 minus 28.
52 minus 28.
Ooh, make you work hard on this one. Well, let's try what we did before. 52 minus 30.
52 takes like 30 is 22.
Okay? And then how many, which way do we need to go? If we had 28 instead of 30, do we need to add 2 or take 2 more away?
Add 2?
Mm-hmm. So 20 plus 2 is
22.
No.
It was
no,
22.
It was
Was
22. 22
22
plus 2.
24.
there we go. Now you got it.
Is that big for that
24.
bird?
Nope, that's very
For the
normal.
sparrow?
Yep, this is normal for a
Which was that
sparrow.
flycatcher? That was
Flycatcher
only
was 14.
14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was 20.
All right, so I gotta get out my recap sheet here.
What's a recap?
That means I've recaptured a bird, and more often than not, it's one of mine. I want to see if it's a bird that I
So
banded
you
this
just-
morning, or if it's one that
Do you
I
remember
had
all
caught
the numbers
before.
you put on the birds? Is that
Well,
it?
I have records of all of them. I don't necessarily remember them all, but I can look them up. All right, so let's see what number this
6 or
bird
7
is.
digits.
Yeah, let's see. 9, as a matter of fact. 2, 5, 7, 1. Oh, hold still. There we go. 66900. Nope, I haven't seen this one today.
So that means he was banded someplace else?
Nope, that means that he was not seen today.
Oh.
2571. He's one of mine.
But you can tell
25.
from the numbers that it was one of yours.
Yep. And this one is. This one probably was banded last week.
Can you talk a little bit about the how do you handle the birds
Yeah.
to keep them safe? That's always interests me.
Yeah. When you are handling a bird, this one gets its shortcut name. This is a Song Sparrow, so this is SOSP or SOSP. All right. So yeah, there's
What's
2
his
ways
name again? I
to.
don't remember his name.
Luco, same as yours.
Oh, right.
Luco. Luco and Luco. Luco 1 and Luco 2.
Kato.
Kato, yep, and there's Kato.
Me and Kato.
All right. So there's 2 ways to handle a bird, and it looks like right now, it looks like I'm choking the snot out of him, but the truth of the matter is, can you hold your fingers like this? And if you hold your fingers like this, see that gap in between there? In between your first 2 fingers? There's usually enough of a little gap in there that you can see one. That's about the size of the bird's spine. Very tiny. Very, very tiny. And so I'm nowhere close to the spine on this bird. There's a lot of feathers in there between. So I have its head, and I have its wings kind of tucked back. It can't flap. It's not going to leave its head behind. That's a bad idea. So it's gonna be pretty calm. Now the other way that you'll see me hold a bird, especially if I want to show it off for folks.
I'll go get the group.
Okay.
They're down there at the beach.
Well, that's okay. This one's going to be, probably by the time they get here, this one's going to be gone. But we'll go down and we'll do another net check.
Okay.
So, there we go. This is the other way to hold a bird. The first one that I have is called the bander's grip, and this is called the photographer's grip.
I want to see a spot.
There's the spot. This is how we can tell this is a song sparrow. See the stripes through its eyeballs? And see that black spot? Boop, right there on its belly.
Oh.
That says that's a song
It's almost
sparrow.
like a V shape,
Right
kind
here.
of.
Yeah, there it is.
How
So,
soft is he?
Well, if you are really, really gentle and use 2 fingers, you can touch its back. Really gentle. Really gentle. Okay.
That's so soft.
All right, we're done now. That's
Whoa.
kind of stressful. I mean, yeah, think about that. You're already in the hands of somebody 300 times your size, and then a whole bunch of other 300 times your size start petting you. That's a little freaky, isn't it? Yeah. So we're gonna let it be. And let's see. Let's make some measurements here. So did we figure out? We said this guy weighed 24 grams. It's the 3rd of July. This was a 9:45 bird on, this was net 6. Alright, and let's measure the wing. Here's the wing. That is 60, and its tail is 63.
Is he a migrator then, or is he here all year?
They migrate. They don't migrate to the tropics, but they do migrate south. They'll go to Kansas, Oklahoma, as long as they can eat seeds. That's what they need. So Texas if they need to, but usually not too much further than that. All right, let's see. We got to see if we can tell if it's a boy or a girl.
Or no.
Yep, well, let's check and see if it's got a bare belly. Sure does. See that big bare belly?
Oh, my goodness.
That is a bare belly.
Oh, wow. I've never seen that before. Have you?
That's a mama bird. Okay, so this one is a female.
So it's that layer underneath that initial layer of
Right.
feather.
She has, yep, she's got that she can put right down on those eggs and keep them toasty warm. Let's check and see if she's got any fat. Nope. We didn't expect that she would. Now I gotta see if I can tell how old she is. And sometimes that's kind of tricky. Okay, with song sparrows especially. Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Well, here's the deal. If you are a baby bird and you hatch out of an egg, you are born with most baby songbirds are born with absolutely no feathers at all. Zippo. So they've got a job to do. They hatch out teeny tiny out of their egg. They have to grow and get big, learn how to eat, learn how to fly, grow a full set of feathers, all within about a month to 6 weeks time. Seriously, are you guys done growing up?
No.
Not even close, right?
And I'm 7 years old.
Exactly.
I'm 6 years old.
A bird doesn't give that kind of time. It doesn't get that kind of time. It has about 6 weeks. Boom, gotta get the job done. So the first set of feathers they grow is not very good. Kind of low quality. They're growing them all at the same time. It takes an enormous amount of energy. I call them the Kmart feathers. The first round are Kmart feathers. And then when they become, they'll grow and they'll keep those feathers until the next fall. And then they'll grow a more gradual set of good feathers that'll be their adult feathers. And then after that, they'll always look that way. That's when they get their Abercrombie and Fitch feathers. So, after a full year later. So I can look at those quality of feathers and sometimes tell. And I am gonna say this one is an after 2nd year. The banding lab may yell at me. They may say, all you can say is after hatch year. Here's something you should know. All birds automatically become 1 year older on January the 1st. So in addition to saying Happy New Year to everybody, you know what else you should be doing? Singing happy birthday to all the birds. You should. Because they all get 1 year old on January the 1st. Or if they were born last year, they would get 1 year old on January the 1st. And now they're in their 2nd year, so we would call it a 2nd year bird if it was born last year. And I could see that it still had its Kmart feathers. I can't tell on this one, so I have to say it's after hatch year. I know it's at least 1 year old. It could be 2 years old, but I don't know for sure. But I'm going to call this one an after second year bird. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm looking at the feathers up here on its wing that cover there. And they're looking pretty wide and pretty well established. Baby bird feathers tend to be kind of narrow and pointy. These guys are looking pretty good. And these tail feathers, they look like they've grown in gradually rather than all at the same time.
How
So-
long will he live, or she, excuse me,
Well,
she?
and that's a very good question. And that's part of the reason that we banned birds is try to get answers to things like that because we don't know on average how long these birds live. But it turns out, at least right now, records-wise, a bird like this might live 8 or 10 years. That's about normal. And a little older than you guys before it dies. So yeah, it might be more than you think. Most people would say 2 or 3 years, maybe. So that's all part of what we learn. We learn about how long the birds live. Do they stay in the same spot? And some of the same, every year when I start banding birds, I look for these birds that I've banded before. And this one, let's see, we caught it last week. Oh, we didn't say when we caught it then. Sometimes they're birds that we see over and over and over again. Oh, this one was banded on June the 1st. And we've caught it 3 times.
That's
So
pretty
it
amazing.
keeps coming back for checkups.
Yeah.
It's kind of a nice little checkup system that we have here. We know it's still healthy. We know that when we handled it the first time, we didn't hurt it. It's still healthy and going strong. All right, so I think we're ready to let this one go.
Can the 2 girls maybe each put a hand up,
Oh
you think?
yeah, I think so. You don't wanna? You don't
No?
wanna do
Okay.
it? Okay, you don't have to. All right, come on over here. Let's do this. Let's have you put your hands together like that. No, they won't bite. It won't bite. I'll have you keep it flat like a table, just like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna put the bird on there, just like that. All right. Are you ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow.